There it is. Hey treasure hunters, John and Angel West here. We are talking today about some exciting things that are going on here at the auction house, and some auctions that are coming up, and swap meets, and auction house, swap meets, and estate sales. Oh my.
We got a lot of stuff.
And this weekend it starts on Friday, so Friday through Monday. Huge swap meet.
Big swap meet.
Acres and acres.
And what we're doing this time that's different than the last couple, this is the last swap meet of the year. So this is a liquidation mode swap meet. We are going to be, we're going to have signs everywhere that say make offer. If it's reasonable,
Reasonable.
it's a deal.
Reasonable.
Yeah, it's got to be reasonable.
Reasonable.
So if it's a $50 item, you can't offer $1.
Right.
All right, but if it's reasonable, it's a deal. We're gonna have signs everywhere, and we've got some really cool stuff because we just had the same music company that we've been liquidating a whole bunch of instruments and stuff for brought us a gigantic load of brand new instrument cases and things like this, and they heard about our swap meet, so we're gonna put those in the swap meet too. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff. We have table after table after table full of brand new merchandise, including hand carved wooden. Airplanes and tanks
models.
And military things and models and stuff. It's crazy cool stuff, all hand carved wood. We've got an entire collection of vintage lamps, pottery, glass, paperweights.
Restaurant equipment.
No.
DVDs.
I'm talking about the truckload. The truckload.
Oh.
The truckload that's coming out, guys, is ridiculous. It's absolutely
Lots of
crazy.
stuff.
And
Furniture, everything.
yeah, no, it's good stuff. So there's a lot of stuff coming out in the swap meet, and we've got about 6 really cool,
It's grueling.
real
It's
life,
grueling.
no editing, everything's
Is
for
this
real.
reality TV?
No, it's just us on video and things we're doing right now.
Okay.
So, and great times at the swap meet, guys, great times. But we've got 2 auctions coming up. Count 'em.
And even though it's going to be hot, we'll have the sprinkler on.
Oh, yes, that's a good point.
playing the
We're going to do sprinkler thing, yeah, so everybody can run through sprinkler.
And then we have 2 auctions.
2 auctions coming up September
15th.
September 15th,
And-
Friday night. It starts it's at 5:30. We're going to do early bird at 5:30, and that early bird's going to be ridiculous, but it's only going to be 1 hour because at 6:30 we go live on our new platform, our new format that you're all going to see. If you go to johnnysauction.com and get our emails, sign up for our emails, you're going to get the new platform information, which is basically doesn't mean anything other than we've got a brand new platform other than proxybid.com that we're going to service you with, and it's enhancing your ability.
Makes it
to
a lot easier for you.
Right,
Way
everything's better
easier.
for you guys, and it's on our system, and it's just amazing, and it's all doing. We're giving total credit to Ashley and AJ Armga because
Thank
they're
you,
the ones,
Ashley and AJ.
right? Because they've been influencing this, and they said this is the way we need to go, this is the way we need to turn. So we made that turn, and it's up, and it's going to be running about a day or 2 as soon as they post. And our first one's going to be that Friday night. Now Friday night,
And we're hoping that with this new system, when we have real life treasure hunters on the road, that as we are acquiring new treasures, you can start bidding on them almost from the minute we acquire
that's a
them.
great feature with the new application. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly right. So you guys, a lot of you have seen when we put things on the back of the trailer or whatever we're doing, and we're going to photograph that stuff or video it and show you what we got when we bought. That's cool. When we show you what could be bought before, that's cool. But now, the minute we photo it and get it all on there, you can bid on it right then. You don't have to wait till auction day or wait till it comes back to the auction house. We can literally, the first stop, we can literally have 20 items on the catalog. They'll go immediately on the catalog. We're still touring around God's creation buying stuff, and you guys can be bidding on the stuff that's already on the catalog. Is that cool or what?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, but on the 15th, we're doing a giant private museum. And this is one of possibly 3 auctions that's going to go on for this museum. And is a private household museum. It is a private collection, if you will. But it is all cataloged, logged, and has all of its provenance and information on each of the items, which is really cool because we're leaving it on the items if you buy it, too.
And so what we're going to do between now and then is do some videos like this that are a little bit on the educational side. So even though we're not out on the road doing real life treasure hunters on a buying trip, we have so many treasures right here that come to us here at the auction house. So why not show you what to look for, what makes things valuable, just some treasures that you probably won't see when you're out and about, but if you do run across them, you'll know, hey,
time to grab it.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that for you today. And then also we are going to tell you about a sale that we just signed, or not, actually that's not true. We didn't just sign it today. It's been signed for months, but we've confirmed the date. And the date is going to be Saturday the 16th. So we're going to be in our gallery right now where we're talking to you from, and that's the 15th, and that's going to be the museum auction, the private museum. And then the very next day we're going to be out in Little Rock, Washington, and we're going to be doing an on-site, right out of the home, right out of the buildings. It's going to be cool as hell. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Tons and tons and tons of beautiful stuff right out of this home. And on Tuesday morning, watch your calendar.
Tuesday morning.
Because Tuesday morning, we're going to do a Facebook Live from that home.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to show you everything in the home and everything in these buildings and stuff. It might even take 2, possibly even 3 Facebook Lives just to show you what's going on there, what we're going to do on the 16th, which is a Saturday. So you're going to want to plan. You're going to want to plan food, chairs, everything you need to do to come to an on-site auction. It's going to be great, big,
and
great,
this is
big
what
time.
we did when we were out in Idaho.
Yep.
So when we go on our buying trips, we are the ones with the chairs and the food sitting to somebody else's
Or in our case,
auction.
no chairs, actually.
Actually, we sat on top of the dumpster.
Yeah, we're down the dumpster and the table.
But when you're the one doing most of the bidding and your hand's up a lot, you might as well be sitting up on top of the dumpster.
Right, right. We were dumpster bidding.
We were dumpster bidding.
So, big sale on the 15th, big sale on the 16th on the on-site, and then we've got another sale that's extremely cool coming up. We don't have any contracts signed, but we have the word of the people who are selling and in charge, and that's going to be another on-site auction that is just man cave after man cave after man cave after whatever of stuff that I mean, John Jackson, bless his heart, went and looked at all this while we were going on our trip, and he's been sealing this deal for quite some time. It's going to be a big deal, and it's over here just east of Highway or I-5 actually, off of Tilley Road by Millis, Sylvania. Hey, Cheryl. And so, yeah, that's going to be a good time. So we got 3 monster sales coming up. We got 2 signed, 2 done in the books, and then 1 coming up that isn't. And then also in October, we look forward to part 2 of the big museum auction that we're doing this on the Friday the 15th, and so on and so forth.
I mean, imagine if you will, and you're going to see the treasures as we go along, as we educate you on some of these treasures, little tags that this museum put with each item, the history, where it was made, how it was made, who made it, just really extraordinary history that you'll have. So good stuff.
The provenance is awesome. The information's awesome. Here's why we're doing the videos. The educational purposes, so you know what to look for while you're out there. Now, granted, remember one thing, folks. This sale on Friday the 15th, it's going to be filled with museum-type antique treasures. The antique market has gone down dramatically, but nothing stays the same.
We are American Pickers meets Antique Roadshow.
We are?
We are now.
That's where we are now. Okay, new thing. But my point is nothing stays the same and everything changes, and those things are, the market's going to change, you guys. The market will change. The trend right now of painting furniture blue will change. And just as sure as we're sitting in these chairs, there's going to be people who want real oak furniture one day, you know, and stuff like this. So pay attention to the education, because everything we're going to show you in these series of videos and stuff, nothing is going to be decreased in value. It's only going to go up because they don't make it anymore. It's just you will never find them anymore. And there's been so many things that have made our mouths just drop open and really appreciate. It's crazy cool stuff, guys. We're going to give you a little bit of a hint on a few.
We've got a few things picked out here. I'm kind of dying for John to tell us a
Who's
little
Don?
bit. Don.
Don. Is this something I need to know?
Don, Ron. There's
John,
so many
Don.
of you.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's so many of you. So John is going to share with us what he knows about these items, and it has been my pleasure to notice that he really knows a lot about stuff. He don't just say that, he really do know it.
That's because my mom was doing this over 70 years. Mom meaning surrogate mother, Willa, had been doing this over 70 years, and she took me under her wing when I was about maybe 19 years old, and I paid attention.
That was so long. It was really, he said decades, long, many, lots of years.
Are you done with that point yet?
Lots of studying to do.
That's a lot of years from you.
So let's hear some of your expertise. May I flip the camera around?
Yes, I may.
Alrighty then. We're going to flip it around. We are going to let Don,
that guy.
John.
That guy.
So when we first opened these up, I said, well, what the heck is that? And he said,
I have no idea. No, actually, You're going to hear the word Victorian a lot as we speak. You're going to hear rare. There's a lot of redundancies in this sale, and a lot of things you're going to hear over and over in the descriptions. Poor Ashley, who has to write the descriptions for all the items, she has to come up with new and creative adjectives. And the truth is that this stuff, everything we're going to have in the sale on the 15th is so rare and so unusual. You hear it. There's only so many adjectives. But here's the deal, guys. We're dealing here in, these are Victorian period finials. And finials are the thing that holds the lampshade on a lamp, if you don't know. It's a pretty basic item. But these are some extraordinarily rare ones. This is milk glass. This is opalescent glass. These are Monex. These are Carnival. They're extraordinarily rare. On the marketplace, they're going to go 50 to 150 bucks a piece. Okay? And when you're looking at the antique market as a whole, we're putting it all in one lot. Why are we doing it all in one lot? Well, because simply the market isn't what it was before. Okay? And we understand that, and we recognize that, but we're still going to give you a great representation of what's for sale. So these are things you want to look for, and I promise you, if you go to garage sales and you can buy lamps, forget the lamp. Look what they've got on top of them. And if they have things like this on top of them, you need to be buying these items. You need to be pocketing these things. They don't take up a lot of space. They're easy to store. Wrap them up in tissue paper.
Pick one up so we can see it a little bit better.
Okay. Oh, do you need help with that? All right. Does that help?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because now we can see the detail in it.
Sure. You bet. You know, stuff like that, stuff like this Carnival milk glass right here.
See, now you can see the sheen in it.
Just stuff you just cannot find anywhere in the world. This is all genuine Victorian. This is Victorian period, you guys. This is the real deal, or before. This is all the real deal. And so, what better piece to put on that magnificent bridge lamp that you own, or what have you? You know, depending on the lamp you own. But these are fantastic items. These are some examples. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
This reminds me of stuff I used to gather up when I thought I was going to have a bed and breakfast one day, and then I decided I didn't want to make breakfast for strangers at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right. And so here is an item that most people have no idea what this is.
John, will you tell us what this item is?
No, I'm not going to do it. We're going to put that one down, and we're going to go. No, here, teasing. Guys, so this is what they call a Victorian whimsy. Okay, whimsy are simply beaded items that people made for fun. In the Victorian period, they typically dated, as you can see, this one's dated 1916, and this one's just a pillow. It's just a fun item. It's a pillow. It's in absolutely mint condition.
Yes, it
There's
is.
no issues anywhere. There's not even a loose bead anywhere. This is as solid can be. And these whimsies can range from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on what they are, the subject matter, and who made them, and all this kind of stuff. And this is a true original 1916 whimsy, and you just will not find this. As a matter of fact, most of you who go out to garage sales and stuff, you would pass this by as being a generic beaded thing that somebody just happened to make. Well, you better pay attention to the dates, and you better pay attention to the materials and the craftsmanship, because this really is something that's significant. And this one on our catalog, guys, and you'll see it, is item number 38 right there. Okay, so if you want an investment piece, that's a really good item. And I want to reiterate too, guys, the stuff that we're showing you today, there's going to be 250 to 270 items on this auction. They're all as equally as impressive as this right here. And we're going to do a series of about 5 or 6 videos over the course of the next week or so. And we're going to show you a bunch of different things that are on this for fun, just to show you not only what's coming up for the auction, but also to educate you. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Are you excited? Yes or yes? Okay.
I am, because I too thought that was just some weird beaded bag thing. Right.
So here's a really neat item. And so this is early Holland pottery. And I want to show that almost every item in the auction has a tag like this, okay? And the tag represents exactly what this is. Some of them are a little bit generic in their description. Some of them are very, very explicit in their description. And it's really cool to have the provenance and have that information when you're going to do a sale. I've learned a lot just by looking at some of the tags on things we're selling, even though I'm familiar with most of it, okay? But this is German pottery. Okay, actually this is Dutch pottery, excuse me, I'm so sorry. It's Dutch pottery. These in their normal state without the swastika are going to be $200 to $500. This is probably one of the rarest examples I've ever seen. And to have that on both sides in the raised relief and having no issues, no dents, no chips, no nothing on this piece of pottery is just absolutely ridiculous. And if you know anything about this type of pottery, this is a major deal. This is item number 112. So if you want to go on the catalog when it pops up and bid on this one, that's what's going on there. item number 112. But this is extraordinarily rare. You'll never see another one of these in your lifetime, most likely because they simply got destroyed.
I would say that needs to be in a museum.
It's all museum. It's all museum. It's from a private museum. It all needs to go back into a museum or back into private collections. But this particular item was destroyed for a couple different reasons. One is they're fragile, so they got broken all the time. You know, the second reason is because of the stigma of the Nazi swastika and the things that went on during that generation, people didn't want them. So to have one still, I mean, they just as soon bash this thing over a fireplace and throw it in there for, extra bricks. They don't care. So the fact that this still exists is a big, big deal. Yes?
I was surprised when I saw it.
Yeah, very big deal. Now, here's what's cool about this item. There are 3 of these in the auction. They're not all German swastika pieces. They're all of the same period, made by the same manufacturers, but they're different subject matter in each one of them. They're very, very cool. So that's that. And then here's another one. And I would like to know how many of you, when you watch this video, comment and tell me that I knew what that was before you told me what that was. That's the game I want to play. Because I promise you that 99.5% of you do not know what this is. Okay? This is called sleepy eye. And sleepy eye is a Native American term on pottery that was made in the USA early 19th century, okay? And if you see any of this out there, and to my knowledge, they do not reproduce sleepy eye, so I don't believe you'll ever find a piece that has this. And if you do, it'll be very crudely represented. It will not be, it'll be white and porcelain. It won't be the off color, and so on and so forth. It won't have the detail. This is item 171 coming up in the auction, okay? So that's really cool. And it's pretty basic stuff. People, anybody who can identify this stuff, Mom was one of the experts on this stuff. Sleepy eye, that's what she had right here on the tag. Okay, so there's no question about that. And she would have loved this in her collection. Okay, Mom had Watt. I'm just talking, and when I say Mom, I mean my surrogate mother. She had Watt pottery. She had sleepy eye. She had different things like this, but not very much of any one specific thing. But she would have loved this right there. She'd love that. Okay, so big deal. Sleepy eye, you can find it on the internet at times. You're going to give an eye's tooth. It's going to be big money, big money. So great investment piece. There are 2 of these in the auction, 2 of them. This is a big deal, big deal. Note the catalog for sizes and stuff like that, because sometimes when we're doing this, you can't really tell how big it is, right? So, last 2. Here's one. 19th century, completely original, circus elephant, piggy bank. And it has something in it.
And I said, it won't hold much. And he said, back then, they didn't have much to put in it.
That's right. They didn't have much, they didn't need much, because it was all different program. But look at the detail, you guys. Look at the detail on this piece right here. This is not a reproduction. This is one of the rarest piggy banks that you can find out there that is a solid stationary piggy bank that's not a mechanical bank. This is a really big deal. So it's a circus elephant on the barrel. It's item number 39, and it is absolutely extraordinary, guys. If it was in an antique book, if it was an antique book, you're probably in the neighborhood of $300 to $600 without even, batting an eye. And this is crazy, and you can see every orifice of it. Oh, by golly, there went a penny. It just fell out of it. And it's a wheat penny. It's a 1909 SVDB. Oh, my God. Anyway, but I want you to see every inch of it, because this is the real deal. It's got the right screw, okay? It's got the right screw. It's got the right hardware.
You have nice fingernails.
You can tell that it's not, of course I do. You can tell that it's not a reproduction in any way, guys. It's just so obvious.
It is so
This is a
solid and
treasure
heavy.
Treasure right here. Now, one of the things we're going to feature when we talk about things that are coming up in this auction for the next few videos is going to be Black Americana. Okay, Black Americana is something that is massively controversial today, but it's highly collectible. It's stuff that was done typically from the early to mid 1800s all the way up until about the 1930s or so. And we have a lot of examples in this auction. I say a lot because we have like 5. Okay, that's a lot in Black Americana. All right, and there is more in the collection that we might get to if we're blessed enough to be able to get to it, and we'll let you guys know and keep you posted on that. But we have some stuff we're going to feature. the first one I'm going to feature today, and it doesn't really qualify to be black Americana because this particular piece could be literally a Caucasian male or a black male, but it was definitely 150% Civil War hand carved. Okay, so what we have here is an early Civil War hand carved piece of what would be called in World War I or II figuration trench art. So this is something that during the off times and trench art really comes from the World War I and World War II phases when people are literally dug into the trenches and it's between fights and all that, and they were working on different things and projects and stuff, and a lot of the things that they made were out of shells and stuff. Well, back during the Civil War, they did things like this. And trench art just flowed off of the tramp art scenario, which was making something for somebody. And I will guarantee you that this particular, what they call peg wooden doll, now it's not an official peg wooden because there's no joints on the elbow. There are joints on the knees, right? And there's joints at the shoulders, but there's no joints on the elbow and the head don't turn, okay? But this is a perfect example of a Civil War carving. And it is real. There are no reproductions of these. And if there are, you can tell the difference immediately just by looking at them. But this item is extraordinary in condition. And you can see that he had his gray uniform on. And the hat is still attached and it's perfect. And there's no questioning that this man's from the South. And so whether he's white or black doesn't much matter because he is awesome. He's extremely rare. And he's hand carved is what they have on him and jointed, but there's no question what he is. So we're even giving you a little bit more information than was on his tag. Okay, this piece right here, $800 to $1,500, depending on where you look, where you find it, all that kind of stuff, for one little jointed hand carved wooden man. Can you imagine watching the person that carved this when they were thinking about what might happen to him the next day in battle? Can you think about that? That is so freaking intense. It's intense. So he's coming up for auction on the same day, on Friday the 15th, and he's item number, actually, you know what, this one hasn't even been cataloged yet. So you're seeing him before he even gets cataloged. So he's awesome. If he's awesome, message us, say he's friggin' awesome. And friggin', by the way, is F-R-I-G-G-I-N, just so you know.
Johnny'sAuction.com. That's
Johnny'sAuction.com. Yep. So he's going back tag. We're gonna lay him back down. So that's what's going on. We're going to flip it, and we're going to do some more. Are you guys liking the info? Good stuff. Good stuff. And I don't proclaim to be the expert on everything. I'm blessed because we get some good information on stuff from the museum and different things, but I've been a pretty good student, and we try to give you everything. Now, if you've got something for us on something that we've shown you or anything that you know that might be in addition to or great information, let us know.
And we are looking for experts, too.
We absolutely are. And that brings us to the next subject. So we're planning another trip in October. And we're planning on getting out of Dodge and going and doing more treasure hunting in October. If you know anybody that has a business or a trade that they deal in, that they are professionals or I guess that's right, professionals in their category. It doesn't matter if it's jewelry, doesn't matter if it's taxidermy, doesn't matter if it's just a good old
militaria,
anything,
coins,
name it. Absolutely. And if you look at our last auction we did, we had so many different categories. It'd be nice to have great people to help us out. So what we're looking for specifically is this: we're looking for 10 sponsors for our next trip that want us to promote them as our experts and bring them on screen live when we're doing videos like this, but more importantly, to promote their businesses and what they do while we're on our trips. Now, we do not want, right now at this phase of the game, we do not want big corporate sponsors or anything like this. We want 10 people that are supporting us that are good small business, private business owners. Does that make sense?
People who understand grassroots, organic growth.
Absolutely.
The fact that we've had as much as 10,000 people watch one video.
Which is another point. Why would sponsors want to do anything with us? And that's a very good point, because before, and this is important, if you guys are listening to this whole video, we appreciate it. Before we left on our trip recently and did our first real life treasure hunters trip, we were getting 200 to 400 views of our videos. Now, a lot of people think, holy crap, 200 to 400 videos, that's amazing. No. By the time we came back, our videos were reaching 6,000 to 10,000 viewers. in 2 weeks. Okay, so we genuinely have something to offer someone as far as exposure goes, and we are looking for people who want to allow us to help with their business, expose their business, and so on and so forth. So here it is. It's 10 people. It's only 10, no more, and it's $500 a piece for the entire trip. If you want to be our expert, that's included. If you want us to just do a Facebook Live at your business, that's included. If you want us just to talk about you if you're the gun expert and we come across guns and you want us to talk about you when we're dealing with guns,
across a lot of guns.
then we're going to do that for you. Does that make sense? So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're doing. We're still allowing people to invest their money in us and our ability to buy and my expertise and my 30 years. And if you want to do that, just talk to us. We'll be a part of that, and you get 10% straight on your money. The last 2 people that did it, extremely happy. Everything's cool. Everybody's happy.
It's impressive to see people come in and lay down $5,000-$10,000 in cash because they've watched him for 30 years and they know that they're going to get it back.
Well, plus some. Because it's 10% straight.
Because they're good business people and they know it's a done deal.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So a lot of neat things going on. If you're interested in investing in any way, get a hold of us, talk to us, we'll work it out. And we've got some other things going on. If you want to really help out the program, we can definitely tell you what we do and what we got going on in our heads and what we're thinking and exactly what we intend on doing with Bryan. Let's do a quick shot of Bryan. Don't forget, Bryan is part of the program. There's Bryan. That's Bryan's hangout place until we take our next trip. That's where he is, right there. So he's just, we want everybody to say hi to Bryan.
So guys, we are going to be doing these videos, like I say, we'll be doing a lot probably this weekend at the swap meet.
Oh, swap meet coming up.
Yeah, showing you a lot of things that are going on at the swap meet. I mean, everything from vehicles to an adult section.
Oh yeah, are we supposed to say that?
Well, an adult, you can say.
We got a whole adult section.
Lingerie.
Great big section.
Fun stuff.
Magazines.
Kinds of stuff.
Toys.
And so there will be a lot of videos until we hit the road again, and a lot of our videos will be on education and bringing on experts because it is kind of a little bit of American Pickers meets kind of a Antique Roadshow. But we are reality in real time. We are real-time treasure hunters.
We are real-life treasure hunters. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Share this video because we're still doing drawings. We're doing them different. And just to let you know, last second, we're doing our drawings for people who are sharing our videos. We're doing the drawings on auction night now. So the auctions we do here in the gallery, that's when we're doing our sharing drawings. So keep sharing the videos. Keep encouraging other people to share the videos, right? And we're going to do that. And then when we go on the road, it's every Friday, just like we did last time, okay? So we're going to keep doing the drawings. You keep sharing. Keep sharing the love. This is huge, guys. It's huge. Love you guys. Appreciate you.